Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I am JLAB. This is Football Manager 2021, the Youth Academy Challenge today with Atlético CP, and we've got a B team now. In the summer, after I ended the video and we got to June, the board said we're going to make a B team. I didn't have a say in the matter, so we've officially got ourselves a B team now where we've got players going elsewhere. We can also now register 72 people to our team, so that explains a few things as to why we have been given it. I've also had to hire a load of backroom staff for this team, so let's go through them very quickly, shall we? So the first person I hired was actually Luis Costa of Portugal. He has got a resolute personality. There's a thing you're going to notice about this team is I went for a load of people with resolute personalities, or very good personalities for the younger players to learn off, and I think that is a good thing. Yes, he has not got the formation I'm looking for, a 4-4-2 DM version, as well as a 4-3-3 DM wide, but honestly, if he can give me other things, then I'd be happy indeed. Just gotta hope that his preferred formation is not gonna cost me a few things, really, in development for the players going forward. We then managed to hire Vasco Fernandez, and then, again, a resolute personality, and while he isn't the best coach in the world, he still gives me something I'm looking for, and that's knowledge of Greece, Spain, Turkey, Romania as well, because he played in those countries, weirdly enough, so that was an interesting situation to be in. Yes, he's not the best coach in the world, but he's also got the resolute personality. He's also got a national C license, which means if he gets some coaching badges in, he can improve his ability, which for me is also very important. The fact he's only 35 as well means he's still very young and will be with us for a bit if he gets better, right? We hired Manuel Verissimo as the head physio of the B team. He's not amazing, but for a head physio in a B team part-time squad, he's not bad. Not bad at all. So very happy we brought him from Bocal, and he was on an amateur deal with them, so it made sense to bring this guy in, really. The next person we brought in was actually a chief scout called Bauhau, and I think he's got a good ability for a B team chief scout, only being paid 240 a week. It's not bad at all. And he's got coaching badges too, so surprisingly, he's not a terrible coach either, which is actually very useful. And if you ever want to be a coach, he could be a coach. He just retired 2 years ago. He hasn't got a face, but that's beside the point. Still, good to have this guy, the chief scout for the B team. Means they can scout their opponents, doesn't it? We also hired Frederic Galliard. So this guy is a model citizen personality, which is very useful. Can be an assistant coach, a good one too. Could also be a good manager who sends to select a goalkeeper on the bench. But yeah, he is quite good. He just retired 2 years ago from St. Elmer, so he is a decent personality, decent coach. He's actually good for our coaching as well, which is something I realized after I brought all these coaches in is I could use them for my coaching team as well. It's very good. It's very nice to actually know that's the case now. We also managed to bring in Johan Kabai as the coach for the B team as well. He has a perfectionist personality. So you're going to see, one, I'm going for the really good personalities, and two, good, decent coaches for the B team. He has knowledge of Vietnam too, so I just thought he could be good for us. Could be really good. And he's only 36. He's got a Continental B license, so it could always be a lot worse. The last person we brought in was a goalkeeping coach called Diego Benagiulio. I'm just going to say that's his name. He's a light-high personality, but he's a goalkeeping coach, something we didn't have beforehand in not just the B team, but also the main team too. And it's after that I realized, actually, we could use this guy as a coach in the goalkeeping department in the main team too. He has also got the knowledge of Switzerland, which again is very useful for us. So when I say about the coaching staff in the main team as well, this is what I mean. Because they're in the B team, we could actually use them for the main team too, which I had no idea was the case. So it also means that we're going to have some very good coaches in both ability and personalities working for us in the main team now. And I'm excited for this because it means that we have a decent variety of people that can work for us, and if they can help our players improve their personalities, then I would be very happy indeed to keep this going. I really would be. I just hope that we can keep this up and everything can get better and better, hopefully. What this does mean though is that a lot of the players that I don't use, or a lot of the players that just came from our youth intake, have been thrown into the B team, which is not ideal, I think, but is also not the end of the world. it also means that our under 17s or under 19s is a kind of small now. So we lost a few players here, but I wouldn't say it's the end of the world. We're also going to use the B team players in our main team squad because why not? Ricardo Lopez I will have on the bench every now and again because he's very useful. I should probably let some of these players train with the first team, but I think with the coaches we have, that might actually help us in the long run to have them be trained by these people. As I just realized Carrillo's potential ability has gone down by half a star. That is not good. But yeah, we got a few people we can work with, and I'm excited to see what we can do with this. I really am. Hopefully, this would be good, and hopefully the players that we have can be better and better. Looking at our team though, looking at our group, we've got a few teams that came up and came down. So the team that came down was this team. The first team we'll face today, Sotananese, came down from the second tier, third tier, the new third tier now. They were 23rd place, so wasn't their best situation for them. And apparently we're the better team, so I don't know what to think of this, honestly. But then you look at the other teams, because we've got 4 people coming up, 4 groups coming up, and it was this team, Nesse, I think. They are not the best looking team. I'll just say this here now. They do not look like a good team at all. Oriento Lisboa, so that's a big game now, because they're now the biggest rivals we have are now in the same division as us, which is very interesting to say the least. Porto Legranese are also now with us. They got a big stadium of 10,000. I didn't realize how big their stadium was until now, so that's interesting. What are their facilities like? Are they any good? They are decent facilities as well. They're actually better than ours. This is annoying. I could have gone for this team essentially, but oh well. They're the second team we have of the campaign, so they'll be a team we're looking to beat. We also have the likes of Porto Mosense, so a team that I think are probably okay, but not amazing either. They only got 500-seater stadium, but they got decent facilities outside of that, apart from 4U facilities. Yeah, this is a team that I think we could do well against. I really do. Looking at the season preview, we are, well, every team that stayed up last year has got the relegated thing next to the name, because apparently that doesn't change afterwards. So that's how we know they are with us this year. And I'm going to go through this. And yeah, the team that came up, the first one I mentioned, 10,000 to 1, 57th. So the 4th worst in the entire competition. Oh, also, Better Than Essays are now up. So they're in 17th in predictions. Above us, we're now down to 34. So we're in the bottom half of the 60. Great. But yeah, Oriento Lisboa are down in 18th place. So they are actually above us, 50 to 1 to do well. And the team I just told you about, this team, Porto, they are in 58th place. While the other team, Porto, 5,000 to 1 on. The team that got relegated to this division are actually 150 to 1. They got relegated to this division. They're 24th predicted. So I would say, if anything, our group's got a bit weaker because Lisbon decided to get promoted and other teams that were potentially going to do well have got themselves relegated. So I think we've got a good chance of going up this year, or at least getting the top half again. And this would be the game we want to do well in. We've not changed anything. We've not got any players in. We did get rid of one player, actually. I'll say it here and now. We got rid of Dario, and yeah, kind of wish I never had him. Kind of wish I never played him. He was sold to Deportivo de Alves, so yeah, they got promoted and then now got him. I don't think they want him. I think he's more of a backup for them, but it tells you how badly we were disliking him, and they said, yeah, we'll take him. So good for us. But still, this is the team that will start the campaign this year. It will be Cabrita, Antanasio, Diaz, Celes, Palmer in defense, Martins and Barros in midfield, with Pereira, Galvio and Barros again on the front 3 for the midfield, and then Silva will start as a striker. There's a reason why we're not starting with Serio. Serio's injured, and Ricardo Silva is also injured, so that's why they're not starting. Tom is no longer as good as he once was, and Elvis is also not fully fit, so it's why they're not playing. Between 3 of them because of fitness, 1 of them because they're not as good anymore, so I thought it was a good time to really start throwing people in. And yeah, we actually had a lot of friendlies as well, so I made sure to use the friendly to my advantage. 2 matches a week, and apart from this week, because we didn't want to get our team too tired, I'm also going to start looking at potentially getting people, friendlies arranged for when the international come around, so we're not lacking match sharpness for the games. So I think that's what we're going to have to do. Match sharpness is a thing we need to counter. We're going to play games, and we're going to use friendlies to make money as well. So hopefully that'll be good for us. We're going to take on this team who came down last year, so I think we can do something potentially good. I don't know, but it'd be nice if we can get something out of this, right? Let's see what we can do. Given that last time we started the game this season, we actually lost 2-1 against one of the better teams in the group, who we haven't beaten yet, and Goin loses out to Sellers. Here we go. So Palmer plays the ball forward. He's not going to find Silva, is he? Oh, he did. Okay, here's Barros. So we're going to try and do well against a team who came down last year. So it's a tough challenge for us. As Barros finds Antonacia, plays it across to Pereiro, plays it across. Oh, it's not the best, is it? And JL Silva gets the ball away. Here's Palmer, now Sellers, plays the ball forward. Silva's in, and it's a good defensive block in the end. Good on them. I kind of want to just avoid defeat today. That's kind of the aim. Don't lose in the first game of the season like we did last time. And against a team that is just relegated as well, we need to do something good. But JL Silva is on the ball. The player in the middle has done, and they've scored. All right, so Gurin scores the opening goal. We haven't been able to improve our squad because of the intake being terrible and the fact that we can't really get any players for signings from the intakes. Outside the intakes, it's just annoying. That's a good header. Keeper will feel he should have better there, though. So 1-0 to them. So after the goal went in, we've actually been a better team. We just haven't seen any highlights to show for it. So a bit disappointed with that. And hopefully we can do better. We definitely need to show what we can do in the second half. We got their support with the players, though. So that's a good sign. The boys still say they want me to win, but I think they still say top half as well. So I'm going to see if I'm going to get caught out or not because of a little bug that may be an issue. As Oriente Lisboa are also winning 6 goals. Wow, okay. And Galvio plays the ball in the middle. Jano Silva! Oh! I feel like I'm disappointed now. I really do. So, okay. Can we do something with this is the question. And Torresi plays the ball forward. How is Marquez in? How is he... How has that gone in? Diego Marquez with the finish? That is just embarrassing. What on earth are we doing? I'm sorry, I've got to break the team for this. That is just bad. That is just woeful defending. We just don't seem to care or realise what's happening. What are we doing there? What are we doing? Honestly, we got a throw. I've not made any changes. I didn't think we'd have a goal like that considered against us, but okay. Or scored against us, sorry. But here's Martins, plays it to Barros. We're missing a few players due to injury and due to tiredness. That's probably not our full strength squad either. I'm not going to use that as an excuse, so as Barros is on the ball. Finds Gavi. Oh, for goodness sake. Get down target, at least. So we lost 2-0. That's not a good start to the season. It's actually worse than last year. At least we put out a fight last year. This time we didn't even put out a fight. And that team were actually really bad. But there we go. Problems we need to fix. And if our team don't perform, then we might be relegated again. Or at least be in a fight for relegation. I mean, at least we weren't one of the 4 teams that lost by more than 4 goals. Good lord. That team, Oriente Lisboa, might be the best team if they just destroyed Estrella by 7-0. Good lord. Okay, that's an issue. Sport won by 6 goals, so that's a thing as well. And Porto won by 5 goals. Lorese also beat Crata by 4, so looks like they got an upgrade in players and in playability. I feel like we might struggle this year. Just saying here and now. Just saying here and now. So we're going to have to work on a few things. What I'm going to do is end this here. Let me know what you think is going to happen in our league this year. And let me know if you think we're going to get relegated or not. Because honestly, that's more the aim this year. Try to avoid relegation. If we don't get relegated, then we're fine. If we get relegated, we are sacked. It's as simple as that. But either way, hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video. And that you'll subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.